Here we are again. Oh, the cat just jumped down. Here we are again, guys. How wondrous is this? Guys, you'll have to inform me about what it is you guys think of the, what you guys think of the audio level of the music in the background. It's slightly different. We're using, Barely Cloudy's, Dandadan Lo-Fi, selection. In the description, you can get the link to it, guys. Here's the thing, guys. I thought there was a goated chapter. In fact, let me pop it just up a teeny bit. There we go. Let me get the cat out of the room. Off you go. Right, guys. This is, the thing is, right, guys, this is kind of everything I wanted. This is kind of everything I wanted. Look, you know, guys, if you've been here for a minute, you'll know that I enjoy saying, I told you so, all right? But let's not get into the nitty-gritty of that, and let's focus instead. Let's focus instead on what really matters here, okay? A few weeks ago, guys, we are, thanks Jujutsu Kaisen Evolved, that's a name. A few weeks ago, guys, you'll remember, I'll remember, we did a, we all struggled, okay? We're in a moment of struggling together, and it was quite a beautiful thing in a lot of ways. I thought it was a beautiful thing, right? Because we had this moment of real struggle, right? Is my audio quiet? Is my audio quiet, chat? We had this moment of serious struggle, which was when Momo and lost her memories. When she first lost her memories, guys, there was a lot of doom and gloom in the chat. Okay, and I know, and this is what was really important to me, is that we all had a moment together to really coalesce around this idea that it's not so bad. That it's not so bad. And one of the things that I talked about in that stream, guys, a few weeks back, one of the things that I talked about in that stream was this idea that we get to do it again. Okay, that we get to revisit those past moments, those things that made us fall in love, not just with the manga, with this story, but with these two characters and the thing that they have together. And I can't express how pleased I am to see that in this chapter. It's I don't know what else to say. This is exactly what I wanted, and I know that some people are struggling with the difficulty, the turmoil, the heartache of it. But you have to think, guys, we are here in this position for a reason. It's been written to be like this because you want to feel the lows so that when you hit the highs, it explodes. Because when we're through this, there's nowhere else to go. It has to result in them getting together, because if he's able to drag her back from having no memories of him, and he is able to prove not just that they are compatible, but that it's basically like destiny, right? Like he did it again. It's not every single pathway, every single road leads to them being together, falling in love with each other. That's what's important. It's not about it's not about the fact that they fell in love once. It's about the fact that they can prove, that he can prove, that they can prove that every single time they would have fallen in love anyway. And that's what's powerful about this idea, about this notion, about this situation. That's what I find so powerful about it. And I think it's really important that we give it that space to breathe. Because, look, I mean, last chapter, we saw Okarun spiraling in the classroom. Just like, basically, shot for shot, exactly how he was when Gigi first arrived. Because that's his natural inclination, man. That is Okarun's response. And it always has been his response to not feeling like he's enough. You know what I mean? It's to spiral. It's to fall into this black hole inside of him because he doesn't have the confidence to allow himself to hope that he can be, that he can achieve these things in his mind, that he can be this person who can win her heart, who can be worthy of winning her heart. But last week, he made a choice. He didn't need Ataru. He didn't need this event to prove it, to push him. He chose because of something inside of him. He knows what he lost. He knows what he lost, and that's why he's determined to get it back, because he's had it before. It's not like this thing, this unbelievable thing. Oh, thank you, Manny. Thank you, my dude. Thank you for the donation. There's your silly guy. Thank you. But guys, this is a really, really important... yeah, of course it was about him gaining confidence, but you've still... Look, the fact that he's made a decision, the fact that he has made a decision to pursue and not to just give up is confidence. Do you know what that takes for someone like him? What did you expect? Guys, thanks Dandadan. Dandadan, man. Oh yeah, I'll give you yours in a bit, Nachan. Let me get through the intro, guys. I owe Nachan a silly guy for her birthday. But guys, look, this week's chapter, it made me a little sad as well, right? But it's really important to feel that. Like I said it last week, and I feel like I've been saying it every week, guys. All of these emotions, not just happiness, are valid and important things to feel in the course of a story. If you don't feel the downs, the lows, you can't feel the highs, and they'll never reach the height that they need to be for you to really remember it in your bones, right? And that's what's really important. That's what I love about this story. You need to see it. Like, what was he gonna do? Walk in there and just declare something? That's not what would win her heart, and he knows that. And that's not what she fell in love with, man. That's not the kind of guy that she wants, really, as a guy who's going to embarrass her in front of the whole class. We've seen how that ends. And this is what this chapter is fucking amazing, right? Because it's not just about, and everybody seems to be focusing just on Okarun and him crumbling. That's not what it's about. This chapter, what is really important about this chapter is the reverberations to what happened, what was once a thing that happened in all of these locations, and to see that happen again. Of course it's amazing. Why is the chapter. Sorry guys, yeah. I don't know how anybody can hate this chapter, frankly, because yeah, Okarun's going through it. And I appreciate that. That's painful, right? But this is such a fucking step up from the Typhoon Man stuff, guys. Like, for real. You know? Yeah, look, guys, please don't swear. I'm gonna swear, bro. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's part of my personality, brother. Look, my point is, guys, it's part of the scope of the story. And I don't all right. Okay, dude. Anyway, my point is that him just walking into the room would not have it would not have solved anything. It's not just going to make her remember, because what matters is going through the motions again. That's what's going to unlock what's in there. And we saw a bit of that coming out today. A bit of that came out today, guys. It's not a backtracking, Wano. It's not a backtracking. He's still fucking devoted. He's still devoted to the path that he chose last week. That's what matters. It's not... He's Okarun, man. This isn't the kind of guy that he is anyway. What did you think he was going to do? Walk in there and just be like, I'm this guy. Yeah, if swearing something you're not comfortable with, my dude, I might just have to time you out, brother, because it's part of the channel. This is not a children's channel, really. Alright, brother, I'm just gonna have to time you out, okay? Alright, take half an hour off, brother. Anyway. Or kid, rather. Anyway, guys. My point is... sorry about that, everyone. My point is, it's not backtracking. It ain't backtracking. It's just it's not backtracking. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because you're talking about the progress of a guy's soul, of him choosing to take the right path and then seeing that through. So what if every stage of that is not defined by confidence? How if you've ever fallen in love, right? If you've ever fallen in love, you must know that it's not an easy thing to do. You don't just choose to do the right thing every fucking time, man. It's impossible. It's impossible. He's made the decision. He's made the decision to go after this, to pursue this, right? That's what matters. That's what matters, is that he's made the decision and he's not shirked away from that. Even if he's scared of how to go about it and he doesn't know how to approach her, would you? Because this is a new... Oh, wow, Tim Kai, thank you. Wow, so small, isn't I? Scared of knowing she forgot him. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it, Tim. Yes, love that. Love that. He's right. No, he's right. Like, why wouldn't you be scared? Because every you got to think about it from almost like the perspective that this is someone who woke him up, right? This is a person who woke him up to everything, to everyone in his life. Before her, he had nobody. He was completely alone. So for that person, for him to approach that person and for her to reject him, you'd put it off as well. For him to try to approach her and to feel rejected, and for her to turn him away, you'd be terrified too. Don't tell me you wouldn't. Do not tell me you wouldn't, because you would be. Oh, Tim, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships, my dude. What a legend. Tim, thank you. He's always been there, guys. By the way, Tim has been here since the beginning. I adore this man, everybody. A staunch supporter of the channel. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. Look, guys, my point is that this is part of the frankly, this is how I know that we're going the right direction with this. If anybody else has audio issues, let me know, because I don't seem to be getting anything on my end. The music is low, but that's by design. Anyway. Right, so this is how we usually do it, guys. I've pinned the chapter to the live chat, and what's going to happen is I'm just going to go through it and kind of loosely use it as a way to discuss what's going on, right? This was a great chapter. Like, honestly, I know that some people are a little bit heartbreak, I don't know, but frankly, this, as far as I'm concerned, this is like this is Okarun. That's not going to change, and I don't think that Momo would want him to. This struggling that he's going through, this internal conflict that he's going through, is part of who he is. It always has been. And you know, this chapter, it makes me want to cry at times. It makes me want to cry. I read it the once because I want to get as purely filtered a reaction as I can to it whilst going through it with you guys. I'm obviously not going to put off the whole watching of it because, you know, but you know what I mean. Well, we'll keep discussing it too, man. I appreciate you, your opinion, dude. I appreciate your opinion. Genuinely. Like, if that is the case, I respect it. Anyway, so we see Okarun, where we saw him the end of last chapter. He's resolute. He's made his decision. And again, this is really important. I've already said it once, but I'll stress it again. This is a very fucking important moment, because last time he was in this position, and this is what I love about what we're seeing right now. When I was talking about it a few weeks back, what I said, what I desired out of this, is to go back through these old moments, right? Dandadan is front-loaded as fuck. The romance is really front-loaded. Up until the end of the Evil Eye arc is where almost all of the Momo and Okarun stuff happens. There is stuff outside of that, obviously, but it doesn't progress at the same rate. That's where all of the main stuff happens. By that point, they're in love with each other, right? It's love by the end of that. That was like 160 chapters ago, right? Maybe not that many. More like 150 chapters ago, right? It was a long time ago, is my point. Guys, it was a long time ago. So what we see here is that opportunity to, before they reach the end point with each other, right? Before they get together and they're an item, or they've reached the end of this path together, we need to see that again. Otherwise, we've been so long without it. Like, for them to just get back together would have been fine, and to have just announced how they feel to each other would have been fine, but it wouldn't have been what it is that we needed out of it. You know? We need to see this stuff again, I think. So revisiting the core of the times that they fell in love with each other, the things, the little building blocks of what led them to be where they are, to be who they are together, is really important. We saw that last week. With Gigi, with Okarun spiraling, just like when Gigi first arrived. But he made a decision to do something fucking different. He made a decision to be brave, to be confident. And that's not what he did last time. And that's what's important, is to see these moments where Okarun was the passive party, where Okarun let Momo act first, holding hands, reaching out to him at the school gate, being the one to approach her this time. That's what's important, is to see these moments where he let her act and for him to be the one that acts. That's what's really important. You know? That's what's really important. That's what it is, man. That's in my opinion, that's what I need out of this. That's what I need out of this. And I said that a few weeks back, is that's what I wanted to see, and they are fucking doing it. You don't understand the gratification that I fucking feel right now seeing that they're doing it. Yeah, sometimes it does cut out for some people, Kells. You might want to just refresh or something. Right, but anyway, what we're going to do, I'm really excited as well to go through this chapter and then compare it against some of the older stuff from the beginning of the series, right? I'm a very uncoordinated person, so I apologize if it takes me a minute to get that done. But anyway, he's walking, and he's made his decision, and one thing that I fucking love about this community, and everybody in it, Wano, I'm talking to you now, dude, is that we all have such an open mind, man. We can change our opinions about things, and I love that, guys. I love that. We did that back then, a few weeks back, and we're all spiraling, but we all came to the decision to not, together, and I fucking love that. So many communities, guys, do not have that, and I adore that about this place, is being able to shift your position slightly, you know? And I appreciate you guys taking the time to let me try to do that for you. That's why I feel so in tune with you guys. That's why I feel so in tune with this community and the work that I do here, because I know that you guys are here and you're going to actually listen to me, and that's what really matters to me. So thank you. Nuptup, don't worry, we're jumping into the actual stuff now. So I hope that I can convince some of you guys to come through it. Dojo, thank you so much. We've got a Serpo rank. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to keep earning that membership. Thank you so much. Anyway, he's thinking of her and he's running to the classroom. And he gets there. He's standing in the doorway. And here's the thing. You know when you build yourself up? Like when you've got a job interview or you promise to yourself you're going to say something. You're going to do something that takes guts. And you're convinced you're going to do it. And you're going there, and then you crumble in the face of it, because the idea of it is so much easier and so much more palatable than the reality of it. Seeing her in his mind, the version of her that he loves, the version of her he wants to reclaim, to save, because he would be saving her. That version of her, in his head, he knows he has to fight for, but when he comes face to face with her, this version of her, who doesn't know who the fuck he is, and she's happy in a way, at least she seems that way on the surface, and she isn't inside, right? Momo at the beginning of the series is very lonely and not a very happy person. When he sees this, how does he slot into that? How does he walk into that room and slot into that? You know? Oh, thank you, I don't... Crazy Kevo? Crazy Kevo? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my pleasure. I've got a video that I'm working on right now, guys. I think you'll like it a lot. Don't worry about it, guys. I hope that you like it anyway, but it should hopefully come out at the end of this week on Sunday. Zilvi, if you decide to be a member on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. Always, everybody remember, donations, memberships is always optional, guys. All right, but I infinitely appreciate it so much. So thank you. Right. Anyway, he comes face to face with also Rarina's in there. I don't know if anybody's ever. Welcome, many. Welcome to Serpo Tier. Thank you so much, guys. I'm never gonna get through the chapter at this rate. Never gonna get through the chapter at this rate. Thank you, many. I appreciate that. Look, Rarina's here. We've got Rarina on the screen, guys. I can't believe it. Everybody's favorite S tier character. Blissy's meme. All right, hold up. All right, hold on. Repping the brand. Oh hell yeah, I love that. I'm gonna use that in the ad read. In the ad read. Anyway, guys. So he walks in and he stood at the. That's a very good edit, by the way, Blissy. Thank you. I'm gonna use that in the ad read. So he's standing there in the door, and here we are already. We're already kind of at this first comparison point, right? This moment is very... Oh, Zilvi, thank you. Welcome to Serpo Tier. Oh my god, guys. I can't with you guys. It's terrible. Guys, right. This moment is reminiscent of that first time, on episode 5, I think it's episode 5, where Okarun, where he first shows up at school, and Momo and him start to build their relationship around people. And obviously, we know, I've described it many a time, I'll quickly go over it now, but Momo and Okarun's relationship thrives in hidden spaces, right? Private worlds that contain just the two of them. Bubbles. Outside of everything else, all the social pressures that force them into specific molds in the real world, all of those pressures are gone. Because it's just the two of them, and they can be honest with each other. And when they come up against social pressures, social circumstances, very frequently they can crumble. They can fall away from this pure relationship between the two of them, because they have to juggle who they genuinely are in the face of each other, versus who the world expects them to be, the molds that they've worked themselves into. When this first happened, and you know what, I'll pull it up just for the sake of having it ready to go. When this first happened in the manga, they crumbled, right? Like Momo and Okarun struggled to come together because of the fact that the world didn't really want them to, right? When they were in school for the first time. I'm trying to grab the manga panel. I apologize. Hold on a sec. Yeah. So chapter 9, where they can't find each other, and then it's chapter 10. I lied. And Okarun is standing in the doorway, right? Now, this isn't a literal one-for-one recreation of it, right? It's not. But what you do see is the pressure that mounts up and is on the back of this relationship. This is a moment of social rejection. It's a moment in which he figures out, or at least he thinks he figures out, that he doesn't fit into Momo's life, right? That this world that he's... Oh my god. Thank you, official ZZ. Thank you so much for the donation, my dude. That is incredibly generous. I don't know what... honestly, I'm here for the ride, dude. I'm hoping we get more of this. Whatever this is, I want more of it, right? Yeah, so whenever Rarina shows up, apparently, guys. But what we're seeing is both of these situations are Okarun trying to fit his way into Momo's life, into the social circle that she's in, but being rejected in a way, and shirking that. He falls apart in the face of that, and he leaves because he doesn't have what it takes to just jump in there and be something. And in a way, he sees this as her rejecting him as well, and we're in this same situation. And rather than running in and screaming at her, which is what he did originally, a completely socially inept thing to do, right? A completely socially inept thing to do, he doesn't do that. He's not explosive because he's got a little bit more understanding of what it means to be social with people, right? And running in and screaming. Also, the panic isn't the exact same. He's more confident. He's a different guy. And this is, again, it's not an exact one-to-one, but it's a somewhat similar situation. And it represents the same thing. See? It's him deciding to just not. Because this is one of those great filters for them. Overcoming this moment in the manga, in the story, overcoming this moment was a big thing. It was a big thing because for him, he was reaching out to her. He was trying to facilitate this relationship with her, and he failed, right? You can see it here. That you've got echoes of the same thing happening twice. Yeah, it's very bittersweet. I'm hoping for slice of life stuff too, guys. I think that we need more of this for now. It's sad. But yes, no, she did notice the empty doorway. And this is the thing. Momo is in there somewhere. She's just buried away. She's tucked away underneath this, right? And what is going to bring her back is being able to make these connections for her. You know, it's important, and she does notice the door, and this is a big part of it. Like as I was saying, I said this a few weeks back, that what's likely to happen from my perspective, what's likely to happen are these little bits of her are going to start squeaking out onto the surface, and she's not going to know why. For example, I guarantee that she's going to grab his hand, touch his hand in some capacity, and not know why. It's just going to feel natural to do it. Do you know what I mean? And that's going to be a really important moment for it. That's going to be an example of that who she is just nestling its way out to the surface. You know? I'm telling you, this or an instinctual see you tomorrow. Or she'll say goodbye to him, and it's just not going to feel right. Or she'll say goodbye and then have to correct herself to say see you tomorrow. Something like that. And this is what I mean. This is what I'm trying to say when we're talking about going back through the motions of things that have happened. We need to revisit these things. We need to revisit these things and re-experience these things before they can complete their relationship arc. Because it happened so long ago. It happened so long ago. And because of that, it's really important to revisit them. So we can remember what it is that we care about. And we can also they can prove that it's not just circumstance that led them to be who they are together. Every single possible road would have led down to this end result. Not just because they accidentally got pushed together because of aliens and ghosts. We need to see that every single road leads to the same destination. And that's them being together, because that's destiny. That's inconceivable love. You know? If you believe in that kind of thing. You know? Also, I don't know, is Nachan still here? Nachan, I owe you a silly guy. Drop a comment and I'll do it. But yeah, right. So, moving through the chapter. Yeah, you just need to believe in this shit, guys. All right, Nachan. There you go. There's your silly guy. Happy birthday. Belated. It's a beautiful thing. I love this kind of stuff. Because it feels cyclical in a way. It feels like natural, like it's written in a way that makes it feel right. you know. That's what's really important about this arc is proving that it's more intuitive than anything. Yeah, those of you Jenny, yeah I'll take your notes. I'll take notes. But anyway, he is standing in the doorway and he's watching them laugh and enjoy themselves, and he decides that it's not a good time. Now, he hasn't decided to stop. He hasn't decided to give up. It's just the idea of running in there and making her remember him just because... Are we doing Purple M&M? I hate that. No, we don't talk about that. Running in there and making her remember him just based on the attitude is not... It's just never going to happen. And the idea of it is so intoxicating, but it was never realistic. It was never going to do that. That's just not the kind of guy he is. Right? And it's not the kind of guy that Momo would want him to be, right? And also it's scary. Like Tim said earlier, it's easier to kind of like do it this way because you delay this idea that you could get rejected, the notion of being rejected. But as he walks away, Momo notices the door, or rather the absence of Okarun, him leaving, and something triggers because it's in there. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be done by Christmas. I don't think this is going to be a very long arc. I don't see the point in dragging it out. We're going to get through some of the old kind of stuff, revisit some of the old things by Christmas. Or at the very least by the end of the year. By Blissmas, yeah. Fortunately, I get to decide when Blissmas is. So, yeah, Blissmas. Everybody fucking Blissmas. Anyway, back in Okarun's class, Kinta is being Kinta. And he's asking about Momo, and I don't know. He's such a narcissist, man. He's all like, oh, I better go in and say hi because she's obviously very much going to care that I'm not dead. You know. Well, I mean, Andre, it's really down to preference, I think. Like at that point, right? Like. It really is down to whether or not you believe in that kind of thing. But regardless of how you view it, it's a compatibility thing, you know. It's a compatibility thing. As long as they are so compatible that all roads would have led down the same path, that's what really matters, you know. Yeah. No. Well, look. I'm not betting on the clubhouse before that, all right? But we're going to use the clubhouse 3 times before the end of the series. 3 times before the end of the series. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And you cannot believe it if you want, but that makes you a sick little shit. All right? Don't doubt me. Anyway, and then Rin is all like, yeah, actually, she probably would not want to see you at all because she's quite confused and exceptionally nervous. Basically, she's lost her memories, right? And she's spending time with her close friends, and hopefully she'll come back to normal. But she won't. And I think, you know what? I do think part of this as well is Kinta is Kinta's a goofy guy, right? And it is quite interesting. It is quite interesting to see his reaction here. I do think that in some capacity, no, please, Tim, please don't. In some capacity, I do think that he's a bit upset in his own way. He likes her. He likes these people. These are people that are his friends. He's never had friends either. And although he displays it in a very different way, which is this fictional obtuseness, I suppose, his personality being very, very exaggerated and obtuse, him kind of like acting like this, wanting to participate, I think is quite nice, I think that he wants to help, and so does Vamola. Marugoto banana away. Sure, yeah, cool. As you do. They have a weird dynamic. But it works. But yeah, so he's going to go and find Okarun so that they can help to bring back her memories. And this is the thing as well, right? It's not just Okarun. It's not just Okarun that Momo thought of when she was just about to disappear. It's everybody. It's all of her friends. She's forgotten all of these people, and they all care enough to want to help. And I think that they will help in the grand scheme of things. You know? Alright, no worries, Eric. Thanks for joining, dude. Who knows where Koki is? But back in back in Okarun's world, he's following her around, and he's trying to find the right opportunity. He's trying to find the right opportunity to say hi. And this is the complete opposite, by the way. This is the complete opposite of how he was after their first adventure. He made himself small, and he hid himself away as to not be noticed by her. He presumed she would have wanted nothing to do with him, right? So he just walked past her at the school gate. And here he is, wanting desperately to find an opportunity to jump in and say hi, even if he doesn't have the guts to do it. It's a shift in his character. It's a complete shift in his character. Frankly, I'm really pleased to see school stuff, right? Just like really nice kind of laid back stuff, because we've gone from a lot of action back there. This whole year has been stacked, fight after fight after fight. And I'm going to be honest, it's been exhausting at times. Seeing this kind of stuff, even if it does hurt, is more gratifying to me than that. And to see Okarun so focused on re-establishing this connection is exactly what it is that I love about his character. He's in a lot of ways he suffers by his own personality, right? He's got this internal struggle to reach out to people. It's defined his life for so long, and he fights against his nature in that regard. That's a hard thing to do, man. I've not been, fortunately, I've not been cursed with immense social anxiety, all right? But I can only presume how difficult that is for people. And he's trying to be more than he is. And I think that's all that you can do. And I think that this shows how much he cares, you know? Well, I mean, maybe too much. I mean, I honestly, I do think that Momo's memories come back with her powers coming back. I don't know that necessarily it's just a social thing. I think that there will be some kind of conflict to this arc as well. I just don't see it being super dragged out, right? I don't know. We'll see. But it does seem like people are trying to kind of like just ease her back into her normal life. But, you know, Okarun's just like following behind, and he's hiding around the corners trying to amp himself up to say something. But alas, he doesn't have what it takes. And here we go. Here we are. Another example, guys. Another example of what I was talking about. Let me find it. Here we are. Another example of what I was talking about. This is literally the same thing as what we saw back then. You know? Interestingly, I feel like here they took this pointer more from the anime than they did from the manga, actually. Right? Like, because he looks up into the sky in the anime in a way that he doesn't do here. Right? Oh, hold on. I might be able to just grab it. I might be able to grab it real quick. 1 second, guys. I'll grab the actual clip that I'm referring to. You know, anime 4 episode 5. I apologize if it starts playing audio. There we go. Caught it. Here we go. Right. So, guys, right. So, here we are. I'll show you on my screen. Right. Here we are. Him just kind of like slumped into himself, looking off into the sky and lamenting the fact that he's useless, that he can't do it. And it's very reminiscent, not just of this moment, which it is, it's the same thing. Or at the very least, it's bringing us back to that moment, but it also lends itself very well to the anime version, right? Where he does the exact same thing, looking off into the sky, right? It's like, it's the same shit, guys. It is the same goddamn thing. See? It's the same thing. And this is what I mean, though, when I was saying earlier and weeks ago that it's about going back through these old motions of stuff, the stuff that made us really connect with this story and these characters and this relationship, and doing it all again in a way that it's not backtracking, it's not retreading necessarily. It's done for a reason, it's done for a reason, and that reason is explicitly to recall those feelings, to bring them back, not just to make Momo remember them, but to have us remember them as well. And so when they get together, and at the end of this arc, guys, I genuinely believe at the end of this arc, there's nowhere else left to go. Because if you're able to bring back somebody's memories, where else can you go? That is the ultimate act, isn't it? That's the ultimate evidence, the ultimate proof. They were already there. So this is just a sealing the deal on that. At least in my opinion. Well, I don't know if they're going to do it exactly like that. I think it's more like Tiberius. I think it's more about the feelings of it, right? Like remembering it, being able to kind of like get a slight recollection of events in a way that it's like where you feel the echo of something that's happened before. And that is quite, if this is the design, if that is the design by Tatsu, I think it's masterful, because for Momo, a lot of these moments are going to be like echoes of things that she almost remembers, like trying to remember a dream, and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you don't remember it exactly. The details are foggy, but the essence of the moment makes sense, and you get to just, it's almost like deja vu. The idea that it's happened before. That's what it is. And for Momo, that's happening. And for us, it's happening as well. The echoes of those things that have already happened are happening again for us. And in that sense, it's kind of like we're being dragged through the same feelings. So the feelings of what's happening in the plot and happening for the characters are all bound up in the story. And I think that's really clever. Because it reminds us of what it is that they have with each other, as well as reminding her of what it is as well. But that's just me, yeah. But anyway, so the bench thing is very similar as well, and I love that. 8 months wow, 8 months, Tim. Thank you. It's great to see you, by the way, in this stream, dude. It's been a minute since we've caught up. Yeah, no, I think that there might be conflict just because technically it's kind of a shonen, but I don't think it will be immense conflict. Momo and Okarun and their relationship, I really, really believe needs to be the center focus of this. It feels like we're back to the basics, and that's what we need, in my opinion. After an arc where we've had everybody thrown at us every single chapter, an arc that really focuses on the basics of what it is that we really all fell in love with. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my favorite arc is the Cursed House arc, and I adore the Evil Eye arc. Those two are really high on my list because of the fact it's smaller in scope, and more focused in its subject matter. So being able to kind of, reverberate to a time like that now is really something that I find really special about the potential of this arc. if we can redo that, if we can have that kind of stuff now, it's called full circle, guys. Full circle. And as he sat there and he's thinking about it, he can't help but lament his behavior. He calls himself useless and stresses the fact that he wants to talk to her, he just doesn't know how. But and this is like what we said earlier, he thinks about that moment where she asks, "Who are you?" And while it was directed at Ida, it felt like it was directed at him. I mean, she really is everything that he's ever wanted out of life. And for that to disappear, like that moment when they separated, just as she was going to go to the temple, right? When she was going to the temple and they separated, he gave her this look, and it was like he would never see her again. And I think we spoke about this when we went through the chapters on one of my, if not the first, one of the first streams that I did way back when in February. It felt like a kind of like this understanding that this could be it, right? And we've been carrying that with us for months now, and so, you know, to kind of, for that to be the last thing is painful, and to hear that is undoubtedly painful. And he says that he wants to talk to her, he wants to speak to her, but it the way that she looks at him is like a stranger, right? And that is difficult. Can you imagine having the courage to do that? It's hard. It's hard. You don't want, if just hearing "who are you" being directed at Ida is enough to break him in two. Can you imagine? Can you imagine an outright rejection to him? That's hard, man. That's hard shit. I don't know that I'm capable of that. I wouldn't be capable of that. Can you imagine? He knows that what he has to do, but god fucking damn, do you have the guts to do it? Yeah, you're welcome to come back in, dude, but I'm not gonna not swear. If you're uncomfortable with the content, or you're too young for the content, I highly advise that because I think you have to be 13 to be in this chat, dude. Anyway, that's your business. That's you know, your life. I'm not your mum, you know. Anyway, he walks off, and he is lamenting the fact that he couldn't speak to her, and this is exactly like back then as well. And I think that that Tatsu intrinsically kind of carries a very similar aesthetic and behavior of him in both of these moments, right? Like, look at this. Like obviously he's ruffling his hair, he's kind of distressed, and he's kind of a little bit spiraling, and I understand that. Like, you got to understand that, but then you see here as well, it's the same kind of action because it's intentional. Like, you know that Tatsu knows his art, studied his art to create this connection across time with them, and it is to drag us back to that same struggle, to that same position that he was in back then. It's just the difference is he is looking for her, right? He is looking for her, but she isn't looking for him. That's the difference in these two situations, and that's hard going. They don't collide because she's not looking for him, you know. It's difficult. It's a difficult thing. But instead of colliding with each other as they do... Oh, she doesn't know it. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Where they collide before, instead it's a look that collides. Their glare collides. Their stare collides with each other rather than an actual physical kind of thing. A physical... walking into each other. It's something else. shades of the same thing, but you know what I mean when I say echoes of the same moment. It's just ever so slightly different, but it carries the same concept, it carries the same idea, and it speaks to us and to each other that there is that thing in there still. This spark is still in there in a way that is unspoken but still important. Exactly. It's echoes of the same thing, and that's really cool. That's a really nice way to take it, I think. I mean, it's literally like even this moment, and I know that I'm kind of really hammering home what I'm talking about here, but it's all the same fucking people, man. It's the same people, the same 4 people in the same kind of situation, just ever so slightly different because of the circumstances that they're in, and that's crazy. That's like that's intentional. That's by design. Like, obviously that's by design. Tatsu knows what he's doing when he's writing this, and you may not realize it. Oh yeah, Kinta's got to be there as well. You may not realize it, right? You may not look at this when you're reading it for the first time. You may not realize that those are the connections that exist in your brain, but in your subconscious, I genuinely believe that you put these pieces together and it recalls a feeling. What is memory? What is memory? It's this idea, this notion that you can, that these pathways become familiar with each other the more and more that you do something, right? The more and more that your brain becomes familiar with certain interactions and certain stimuli, the more that certain responses become the initial go-to, right? The way that your brain reacts to things. For example, like if you do a specific thing and that triggers a specific reaction in your brain, the more you do that thing and the more that outcome happens, the more that those pathways feed into each other, the stronger that those connections become. You seeing this after agonizing and obsessing over it for episode 5 of the anime, or reading the chapters and really, really caring about that moment in the story, you create those pathways, those neural pathways. And when you see this moment, even if you don't fucking realize it, your brain does. Your brain does, and it leaks that chemical reaction, that response, in your mind. It leaks that feeling to you in your mind, and that's what's so fucking cool, man. That's what I love about stories. That's what I love about stories, because you don't even realize what is being done. And he doesn't necessarily even realize that these are the outcomes of it. This is just what stories do for people. And I love that. I love that. And the fact that you can look at this and then go, oh, this looks familiar, I remember, means that those pathways are open. You know? Obviously, I'm looking for these things because I absolutely adore analysis and trying to break down stories and obviously to retell them from the perspective of something analytical. But, you know, even if you're not looking for them, you can feel them, because feeling is really at the core of who we are as people. And, you know, maybe I get a bit in the nitty gritty about this stuff, like picking apart the pieces, so such small elements of a scene, but this is what I love. And this is what I love about this series, is the fact that I feel like I can do that. And it means something. You know? It's really important. I don't know if he has. That's a good point about the photo. Maybe they included him keeping the photo in the anime so that they could bring that back. That's a good point, actually, FJK. That's a good point. Maybe they included that in the anime so that it would be relevant again here. Because, I mean, like, obviously the anime has impacted the manga. And anyway, but I just fucking love this arc already. This is what I wanted from it, man. This is what I've been waiting for, dude. This is what I've been waiting for. And she looks to the bench and it's empty, but you've also got to think that somewhere in her mind, that is the same bench that he would have been sat at all that time ago. And I think that in her mind somewhere she's looking for him. And that's why when she saw him in the doorway, she responded internally with something, because she's looking for him. And it's really hard to see the way that Okarun responds to this situation as well. He just hides, because again, he's fighting that nature inside of himself. He's chosen to be better. He's chosen to try, man, but it's not as easy as just snapping your fingers and it happens. Because she's kind of a stranger. She's kind of a stranger to him at the moment, and that's really wonderfully reverberated across these 2 chapters, actually, because he sees her. He sees the shape of her, the outline of her, but he doesn't look at her. They're not looking at each other. It's just the back of her, as if she's walking away from him, like she's slipping away. This is what he saw last week. And this was a scene, this is a shot that really stood out in my mind, right? This is a... Oh, yeah, shit. No, that's a good point. I can't. I'll get to the... Look, guys... Safety's on rookie.com for the merchandise, guys. I'm sorry, I'm really into this, but that's a good point. I'll do a proper ad read, guys. I'll do a proper ad read. I'll do a proper ad read when I get through some more of this. All right, I'll do a bit more, because I don't want to lose the viewership we've got. It's pretty high right now, which is pretty exciting, guys. But anyway, yeah. So just like last week. We see her walking away from him, and that's a really important visual entity. This idea that not only does she look incredibly lonely and almost lost, which she is. This is not her, really. This is somebody else. And she looks lost. She looks alone. She looks confused, and that's because she is in there somewhere. She was happier. She was happier being open. She was happier as who she was, right? So, for her to be locked underneath these layers of who she was back when she was anxious, back when she was locked away who she really was underneath this oh no, not the Wilfred Mark. Not the Wilfred Mark. Under these layers of self-doubt and insecurity, to be back as that person again, for her, that's a difficult thing. That's a bad thing. That's a downgrade. So he's not just doing it for him and for his love, he's doing it for her, because she was happier as who she was, obviously. And that's really important. But regardless of how you look at it, guys, this is still Momo, right? Like even that version of Momo is still Momo, and here he's following her around the corner, and then she is stood there. Interestingly, guys, worth noting as well is that hold on, I'll grab it. Wait there. You'll note that her waiting around the corner is incredibly similar to her waiting for him at the gate, right? Echoes of the same fucking thing again, guys. Echoes of the same thing, just ever so slightly different. Different context, different things, right? Like you've got these 2 similar situations, really. And it is that same chapter. This is like chapter that previous chapter, episode 5. Let's just call it episode 5 because that encompasses so much of it. It's that again, all of that, and that is one of my favorite little periods of the story, because it's so instrumental to what it is that they're going to be. It defined the relationship in a lot of ways, and it's the same kind of thing. It's the echoes of the same situation, you know? Yeah, but like, she's not an idiot, right? Like this is Momo. You can tell that she's a much more confrontational version of Momo back then. I mean, she tried to knock out her ex-boyfriend, didn't she? But you know, it's Momo. It's still her, and that's what's really important. And she calls out the fact that he has been following her around, right? Yeah, exactly. But you'll also wait. Hold on, I've got another one. Hold on. Where is it? I've got another one. You'll know as well that even this is somewhat similar to this moment as well, where she walks around the corner when he's with Turbo Granny. You know, like it all feels incredibly similar. And then look, running off down the hallway. It's the exact same fucking thing here, guys. She chases him down the hallway again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like we're doing it again. It's so good. I know, Turbo Granny, pour one out. But like, my point is that this is also another version of that too, right? Like, it's very different context. But we're seeing shades of the same thing, and that's really important. And these are intentional callbacks, really important callbacks, because it helps to show us that these dynamics that the two of them built together, they're not just one and dones. This is the core of them, right? This is the core of their relationship. This is the core of how they are together. Exactly, Blissy. Yeah, exactly. It's them. This is the core of who they are together, and that's not an accident. That's not a consequence of a one-time thing together. That's just who they are, who they always would have been, and who they were destined to be when together. That's just who they are. And to see that that's not changed, even though she's forgotten it all, to me, gives you that important kind of like feeling, you know, that ability to look at it and see that it's been done before and it's happening now means that it would happen every time. Do you know what I mean? And I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's I like I said, we're so lucky, guys. We're so lucky. We're gonna look back at this. We're gonna look back at all of this, and we're going to be like, that was the fucking shit. That was the shit. All right? When we eventually do whatever this arc is retold. All right? Like, oh, the jacket is gone as well. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I suppose like maybe, I don't know, maybe interesting. Yeah, this is I think this is looking to be like one of the better arcs. It's how love restarts, you know? Exactly. But she's trying to goad out of him at this point. She's trying to goad out of him what it is exactly that he's looking for, because she lured him into a trap. And that's very funny. It's very Momo. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the jacket thing, I think that the jacket thing was purely done last chapter to kind of show us that that the real Momo is underneath a layer of something else. This layer of somebody else, right? Because she'd never wear a jacket like that. I think that it was purely just there symbolically to reflect the fact that Momo is buried underneath this other version of her, and that this isn't the Momo that we know. She's different in some capacity. I don't think that necessarily is something that's going to stay, because it looks off. It looks weird to see it. But anyway, yeah, so she got him. She trapped him. She got him got. And then it could also show that she's opening up a bit, of course. Yeah. Totally. And then she chases him down just like back then, and then they wrestle just like back then. Obviously, the relationship last time started in the very same way, you know. And I know that I'm doing this for every single one, guys, and I apologize if that is exhausting to any of you guys. I mean, look at the face, guys. Look at this. Look at this face, right? And then, boom, same goddamn face, guys. It's the same goddamn face as well. By design. How often? How often do you see this? Yeah, look, guys, because I've basically hard-coded my brain to know every single panel of the manga from the beginning through to the Kaiju arc, right? Because of the Retold series. It's in here. It's baked in here, so I can do this. I can tell you that. Yeah, the Space Alien line was good as well, Nuptub, for sure. But it's the same kind of face, and they're fighting with each other just like they were back then as well. Because it's such an instrumental part of their relationship, right? Like, that is how it began last time. That's how it begins again. And that's how it would begin every single time. Because that's what it is, man. That's the truth of it. That's the heart of it. And I think that this is why Okarun cries, man. Because this is reminiscent of who they are. This is kind of a similar situation, but it's not her. It's not the same person. And for him, it's like being halfway there. 50% of the way there, but it's not the same thing. How could it be? How could you feel? How confusing is that? It's not even... It's bad. It's sad. Because it's... Like I said, it's similar enough. It's similar enough that it hurts more. Because at least someone disappearing from your life completely is a clean cut. You know? But to kind of half lose them and to keep around the shadow of this person is more painful and more difficult and more confusing. And she apologizes for hurting him, or at least what she thought is hurting him. But I mean, it's, like I said, they've fallen back into these same patterns, man. You know, they've fallen back into these same patterns, and it is a very... Like, I think that there's a lot of internal frustrations that have been building up inside of him across this chapter, because this is a lot, you know? And, yeah, it is hard. It's really hard to read this chapter in a lot of ways, because it is incredibly sad, you know? It's really sad. And she kind of like tells him what it is that she knows. That also, Gigi, what a guy, by the way. Everybody who's saying like Gigi's gonna be like creeping, or that he's gonna use this as opportunity, ain't no way. He's all like, yeah, you and Okarun are like BFFs. And she tells him that, and this is the thing, right? This is why he was putting it off. This is why he was putting it off for so long, because she just tells him that she doesn't remember. That she's sorry, but she doesn't remember him. And she also doesn't remember Ida either. And she was rude to her as well. And this is Momo again. Like, you see Momo's, generally speaking... I mean, look at this, guys. You can't tell me that this isn't by design, okay? This is definitely by design. See this shit right here? See this shit right here? Oh, sorry, I went too far. Now, if we go back to chapter 1... Sorry, I went too far. It's the same shit, dude. It's the same shit, dude. It's exactly the same thing. By design, man. We are doing this on purpose. We are doing this on purpose. It's painful as fuck, dude, but it's so fucking good, dude. Because this is how she responds. This is how Momo responds to things that are scary or new, or that she doesn't understand or don't conform to her world view. She rejects it. She rejects it with gusto, man. She's explicitly confrontational to it. Because that's who she was. And that is something that's taken the whole series to erode. That's taken the whole series to erode. Because she wasn't just this person. She wasn't just this person who brought him into a new world either. She roughed out, her edges were rough, and she softened them because of him, by opening up to him, because together they are this dyad almost, you know, and it's out of sync. Yeah, exactly. And this is what people are saying when they say that she's anxious or that she's uncomfortable, because that's just who Momo is. That's just who Momo is. She responds like this to conflicting stimuli, and this is an echo of that moment as well, that not just them fighting each other, and the face obviously is an important one, but also her realization that she went too far, or that she hurt his feelings. It's the same thing. And you've got to understand that for Okarun, these are fucking important moments in his life. These are the most important moments of his life, relegated to having to do it again. And for her, it's like it's incredibly confusing, but for him, he has to do it again. It's not a novelty. These moments aren't novelty in somebody's life. These moments are things that mold them and shape them, and having to relegate that to a give it another go is hard, difficult, impossibly difficult. No wonder he's upset, you know? And I think that part of him is aware of the fact that he's been here before, that he's done this before, and that's even more painful. That's even more painful, is having to relive it, you know? God damn, dude. Fucking hell, man. I don't know. This chapter is maybe in my top 5 chapters, guys. I'm so amped about this shit. God, it fucking is so painful. It's so fucking painful, dude. Like, I feel like, really, inside, I feel completely distraught by this. Damn, my dude. Like, guys, you must feel the same way. I'm immensely. I love this feeling in a way, though. This is the thing that feels so right. Like being in the feeling this and having these feelings are so important. They're so important because honestly, it's really easy to make someone feel joy and to feel happy, but to feel whatever this is such a complicated, nuanced feeling that you can only get after investing portions of yourself into a characters that you care about, despite it being fiction. And because of that, it's more real, you know? Yeah, no, last week's chapter is dwarfed by this. You're quite right. Yeah, so much of it is just I don't know. It is deja vu, you know. And the look that she gives him is this. It's not just not recognizing him, and you got to remember that this is it's not just confusing and difficult for him. This is also difficult for her because she doesn't know why it is that she doesn't know that she's lost everything, and she's just being told to expect it. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Ignoring you. Yeah, no. This feels like early Dandadan. Yes, exactly, Blissy. This feels like the stuff that got me invested. A year ago, this story, reading it, did something to it, altered my brain chemistry in a way that is not undone, right? And being being able to see that again and redo that again, Tim, oh my lord, man, thank you. Like, honestly, thank you. But jeez, you're gonna give me a heart attack, my guy. Thank you so much. I don't know. It's painful. It's difficult. It's a really important thing. Roses for Tim, everybody. Can we drop some roses in the chat for my boy Tim, please? Oh, I'm gonna have to get a very big vase. But yeah, and this is the thing as well, and this is another really important thing, guys. This is another really important thing, is that she opens up here. She opens up here in the same way that she did back when they first met. She is a bit disarmed. Even like in this hallway between the two of them, they've built that bubble again, that little world that contains just two people in it, where they can let down those layers, those walls just a little bit. Sorry, Tim. Yes, sir. They've reestablished it here. They've reestablished it again, and it's so natural to them. It's so natural to them that even now she's able to be honest and say to him that she felt something, because when she would look at the door in discomfort, in anxiety, but when she saw him, she felt some kind of relief from it, some kind of something, a comfort. And that is, and oh man, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good, man. Oh, thank you, BCX Origins. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I've got more content coming this week, guys. I'm working on it right now. I'm trying my best to get it done in time. But yeah, I mean, the what is it? The shoujo bubbles, the bubbles in the background. Like, you can tell that when she's looking at the door and he's not there, they're not there, but then they are here when he's there. And that, I don't know, it's, man, I'll get the retold, don't worry about it, dude. I'm working on it. I hope by the end of this year I can get it out. It's a lot of work though, guys. And you know, she I can't, man. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh, okay, give me a second. I'm fine. It's like, it's a very emotional chapter, all right, and I'm shockingly invested in this. It's I don't know. It's so fucking good, dude. Like even here, right? I can't, man. Okay, this is really important. I'm just trying to figure out how to say it, right? Okay. Here, in this moment right here, okay? He made a declaration last chapter that he's doing it right, that he's going to do it right, that he is going to be the one to do it this time. And here they are. They don't know each other. All right? And here she is reaching out to him again, man. After all of that, she's still doing it. She's still giving him the space, the permission to say whatever it is. Even if she doesn't believe it. That's what's happening here. And he rejects that because he wants to do it the right fucking way. This is the same as this fucking moment here. You see this shit here? The context of that was her seeing him in turmoil, seeing him in pain, and reaching out to him and saying, we can still be friends when this is done, because he crumbled, because he fucking crumbled. And here she is again, doing it again. But it's not right. It's not right, because he fucking said that he doesn't want to do it this way. He wants to do it the right way. He wants to prove that he can. Why shouldn't he? You know? Why shouldn't he, man? And you've got to fucking, like, that's the guy. That's the fucking guy right there. That is the guy. That's Kenta Kakura. That's Okarun. That's my guy. This is the guy that I fucking wrote about in that goddamn Okarun video, right? This is the guy. It's not about just getting. It's not just about getting to the end point. It's about doing it the right way. Doing it the right way. The right morals. The right fucking... It's got to be right. Honorable. True. Or else what's the point? The otaku no roman. Exactly. Exactly, Danny. That's what it's about. That's what we're doing here. God fucking damn, it's so good. And yes, this is a redraw. Yes, you're quite right. You're quite right. This is a redraw. And it looks great in the new style. It looks great in the new style. He has to prove it to himself, dude. He has to prove it to himself that he can. He could have easily said something here. He could have easily said something here. But why should she believe him? Why would she believe him? God damn, dude. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Sorry, this is like perfect. This is, in my wildest dreams, the version of me a few weeks back when we were talking about this, when we were talking about the potential of this arc, a few weeks back, that version of me could not have even conceived of this chapter. This is what I fucking wanted so desperately from this chapter, from this story, and it feels so right to see it. And I love that. I love that. I love that so much. You know? Like, honestly. Yeah, he doesn't want it to be an obligation. Exactly. He wants to earn it. He wants to be worthy. If he is worthy, he needs to be worthy. And that's what he's done. That's what he did. He didn't just... He needs to earn it. You know? God damn. Thank you, Manny. Thank you so much. Sorry, I just punched the mic. Yeah, look, I love doing these as well. I love doing these as well. When we get a good chapter like this in, guys, when we get a good chapter like this in, fuck, my heart explodes, dude. It's amazing. So good. This story, this manga is crazy good. It's crazy good. And it feels like we're finally in a place where, like, every single week feels really good to read. Maybe it doesn't feel really good, but this feeling inside, it's not a bad one. It gives you, it fills you with purpose, and it fills you with pain, but also like a desire to see someone overcome. And that's what it's all about. That's what stories are about. It's about seeing someone over fucking come. And he grabs his chest in the same way that he did all that time ago, when Gigi first showed up. It's, again, more echoes of the same thing, you know? And it feels like Tatsu knows his guys. He knows his characters, and he knows what it is that they need to do. Yeah, no, I've been adoring this entire sequence, guys. It's been crazy good recently. Like, I feel deeply woven with what it is that I'm reading, and the bravery of it. He wants to do it right, you know. because he's thinking about everything, all of these kind of like moments, and you'll know that that them walking back to school to get from like walking back home from school together is an example that he brought up last week. All of these things where she's reached out to him first, that's how it's always been, and that is the rectification. That is what this arc is about, guys. That is what this arc is about. You know, it's about leveling the playing field, right? Yeah, I don't know, Tuma. I hear what you're saying, dude, but I also, it's harder to predict the plot. It's harder to predict the plot of Dandadan than it is the character motions, the movements, the character interactions, that kind of thing. I don't know. It could be. It could go on longer. It could not. I don't know. I tried to kind of err on the side of optimism, though. So if it goes on longer than Blissmas, guys, I don't mind as long as it's fucking good. I don't give a shit. You know? I just want good stuff. And I want it to feel purposeful. And he tells her that he's going to be the one. He's going to be the one to do it. And that she is not to reach out to him because he'll be the one to come and talk to her. And then he asks her not to forget this time after they build it back up again. He knows what he's doing, man. And she grabs him by the shoulders and looks into his eyes. And I don't remember the chapter, but I think we all know exactly what this moment was kind of like reminiscent of, right? What? Yeah, no, it was in the well, it is part. I mean, we've seen it a few times. Like I don't remember which one it is. It's in the Ombudsman. I think it's like 124. 124? Nope. 125. Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, it's in the Ombudsman arc. If anybody has the precise chapter, let me know, so that I can just scream about it on the microphone again. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, no, there was one in 122, and then there's this one in 129. I mean, this was an important moment. This was probably the biggest moment after the Space Globalist arc for them. Yeah, no, there is one in 122. In 122 is when he fails to look directly into her eyes, and this is where he manages to do it. And he doesn't do it. And I think that part of that is to show that they aren't at that stage with each other anymore. And that's makes sense. I mean, this isn't his Momo. I mean, in some way, some shape or form, he also feels a little uncomfortable about the fact that they are where they are in their relationship right now, right? Understandably, you know. So they've kind of regressed, and he feels less connected to her as well. But again, it's those echoes of the same thing. It's those echoes of the same thing. You know? That's what really matters. Well, I mean, this is more than building up hype. There's more to it than just hype building, Noah. I don't believe that it's that is about that. It's about reality. It's not as simple as, like, I don't know what it is that you, what would you, no, I don't mean this like in like a cheeky way. I'm genuinely, what would you like to have seen? What would you like him to have done this week? What would you like to have seen Okarun do? Just walk in there and say what? And then how would that How do you know that would have worked? This is kind of who he is. Oh, thanks, Nuptup. Thank you. Glad that you enjoyed it. See you around. Point is, guys, that we've seen so many important things. We've seen so many important things happen here, and what really matters to me is that what this chapter did is it told us a few things. One, it's not going to be as simple as just running up to her and saying what it, because he wants to do it the right way. And maybe he fell apart today, but you got to understand that having the guts to talk to her for the first time is not an easy thing. Now at least they've established some communication, and so going forward, he knows that he has to try, and he knows that she's open to letting him. And what's really, really important about this chapter, is that it shows us that she is in there still, and that she remembers at least somewhat some of these things, and that these echoes that we're feeling about it, that we're seeing in the story, in the chapter, are evidence that it can happen again, and it will happen again, and that these things weren't accidents ever. It was the way that it had to be. It was the way it was always going to be, and it's the way that things will happen again. I think it's important. I think it's important to feel inspired by it. You know? And look, I don't want it to go on forever. I don't want this amnesia thing to go on forever. But I don't see the point in rushing it. We're here now. We might as well do this the right way. If that takes a couple of months, a few months, who cares? I mean, it really, all that matters is that we do this the right way, is that we get the best story. And I think that this chapter was fucking gold. That's it. The end of, for me. I don't see any other anything. And I think at the end of all of this, they'll have a deeper understanding of each other. And Okarun will understand his role. I mean, look at this guy. You think this guy was about to run in there and demand that she remembers who he is? It's just not who he is, man. This is his way of doing that. It's not an easy thing to do, and he is conquering it the way he knows how, the Okarun way. Because to be him, to be his strongest him, he needs her. So how did you expect him? You know? I think that a lot of people are more excited right now than they've been in a long time about it. Again, if anybody who doesn't like this chapter, guys, right? Totally fine. That's, you know, we're all different people. Anybody who doesn't like this chapter, please detail to me in the comments how you would have liked this chapter to have gone after last week, because I would like to see that. I would like to know what it is that you guys seem to prefer, or what route you would prefer, because I think some people seem to think that this is like a backslide for Okarun's character. I personally don't. I think that this is just who he is. But you know, I'm huffing on the hopium for sure. That's how love restarts, you know, Origins. Look, this is not the fact that Tatsu's taking his time to go back through some of the stuff, some of his own work, and reimagine it and re-experience it. I think that is a really important testament to how well he knows his own story and his own characters, you know? I think that this, like for me, I don't care about the idea of something being a cliche or a commonplace story trope. Jealousy is a commonplace story trope. They did it in Dandadan, and they did it fucking well, right? Like, that's it. I don't really see the issue. But if I'm wrong, if this story arc goes on for another year and it's not good and it's boring, fine, right? Like, I will absolutely pay the piper and say that was the case. I promise you. I'm not completely outside of objectivity. I didn't really care that much for the previous arc. I just didn't. It's whatever. Like I just don't see it. I think that I think we're in a golden era here. Yeah, exactly, Sport. Exactly. It's ride or fucking die, bro. Ride or die. God damn it. I'm here every week. I ain't moving. I ain't shifting. No, I hear what you mean, Noah, but again, like I said, like, I understand building up hype. I do. I genuinely do understand how you feel about building up hype, but it's just not Okarun. Again, I would ask if you felt like that, to think about what it is exactly you would presume this chapter would have been or should have been, right? So I don't know. I mean, like, if in a way you're lucky. If you've only just caught up, you're quite lucky, because last arc was quite a lot of waiting. You know. Yeah. No, this is like the depth that I like. The depths to not Visid. Sorry. No, BC. The depths to which I've become obsessed with Dandadan is absurd. As for next chapter, I don't think it will start exactly here. I think we'll maybe like later in the day or something like that. Like, I don't think it's going to be from this moment on. I think that we maybe going to spend a bit of time with the other characters as well. But what really this chapter for me, what really matters here is that we've seen Okarun's resolve. We've seen them connect with each other, and I also think that we've seen that part of Momo, she knows that there's part of her inside there that is clawing to get its way out. It's absolutely clawing its way out, and that's really important. You know? Yeah, I don't know. Clubhouse. I'd like the clubhouse, but I don't know. Without a proper Momo, who knows? You know? Yeah. Alright, catch you, Lewis. How long have we been going? For an hour and 40 minutes. God damn. Guys, I tell you what. Banger of a chapter. This, yeah, no, Yuba, I think that this is going to be, Okarun's going to absolutely slap this. He's going to slap this chapter for sure. That this arc. We're going to see him. We're going to see the soul of this guy, man. He is not going to back the fuck down. I can't wait. Can't wait. You know? Yeah, it was more intimate that he talked to her. Look, it's just like part of him remembers and has learned from previous experiences, and he knows that isn't the way to do it. He knows her. He knows her, right? Even this version of her is still her. And what really fucking matters is that at the end of this chapter, we saw them together in that bubble world, away from everybody else. That's what matters here, dude. That's what really matters here. It's not about anything else. That we've seen all of those basic building blocks that make their relationship special be brought back into the fold with this. There's nothing really like I don't see I suppose I don't see it. I appreciate and I respect the fact that some people aren't super into it. I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think that this chapter is intoxicating to me. This is as good as Dandadan gets. I fucking adore this chapter so much. And it really inspires me for what is to come. and it feels like that kind of classico period of time, you know. And yes, no, you're quite right, Blissy. This is our first. I'd count this as a Momokurun moment. I think that this is our first one as a community, our first time engaging with one as a community, and that feels crazy, doesn't it? I think that we're going to see them hold hands, and she's just going to kind of like do it as a response, just as a natural response. I'm really excited. You know? Well, yeah, but I hear you, Gabriel, but also, like, this is a very confusing thing for him. It's not about asking her to talk, it's about putting off talking to her and having the excuse that, oh, it's just not the right time, or oh, I can't find the right opportunity to talk to her, because he's fucking scared to talk to her, because he knows that when she looks at him and sees a stranger, his heart will shatter. What else is there? That's terrifying. Why would you want to talk to someone like that? It's a confirmation that she doesn't remember him. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. You know? It's not just about the desire to talk. It's... Yeah, but again, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who would just waltz on up to this person after they've forgotten who they are, this person that they love, and just start talking. Like, just seeing her say that to Ida, that she doesn't know who Ida is, was enough to break him into pieces. Do you know what I mean? But no, you're quite right, Tuma, when you say that you can't really please everybody. And I respect people have different opinions about this, right? Like, that is completely down to you guys. Fair enough. But, like, the fact that he's chosen to stand up, and the fact that he's chosen to do this, to pursue this, to be the one. He basically rejected the notion that she could reach out to him and be like, if you've got something to say, you can say it. Giving him the permission, giving him the space to be the one. Like, so she's the one that's reaching out to him again. The fact that he rejected that because he's dedicated to this idea that he can do it, that he can do it himself, that he can be the one to take those steps, is brave and the harder path, but the one that he's chosen. That's it. That's all there is. That's all there is in my perspective. Like, this has been a really important chapter, but again, to each their own. I thought that this chapter was absolutely perfect, you know, and I hope that everybody who's been watching the stream has enjoyed it as well, or at least enjoyed me absolutely screeching at them. Yeah, I'm here with you as well, but no, I don't think that we'll see things like marriage. I think it's too locked in. I think that we'll just take things like to the end of the series. I don't. We like to listen to screeching much. Yeah, I know. I like. Oh my god, I really have been going in this chapter. Yeah, I did. I spoke about it earlier, Yuba. But I don't think it was about her powers. Zed, official ZZ. I don't think it's about her powers. I think that it's about that feeling, you know, that connection. When she looks at the door, she doesn't see him, but she remembers the shades of when he was there that time, or when he was waiting for her, and so that him not being there is enough to set her in an uncomfortable way, to make her feel uncomfortable. But when she sees him, she feels at ease, because there's part of her that remembers, you know. That's what it is. It's that feeling that lingers, because she's in there still, and that's what that is. All of this chapter has been to set up where we're going with this, you know. But yeah, no, it's crazy. But no, you're quite right when you say that this is the first I just finished the chapter, Tiago. You're gonna have to go back through the stream on VODs to give it another shot. But we still have stuff to do. Don't worry. This was our first chapter with a, you know, oh, excellent. Excellent origins. Appreciate that. I'm really pleased to hear that. Right. But this was our first chapter as a community, guys, with a Okarun moment, guys. So, well done, everyone. This has been a long time coming. We've been doing this for months and months and months and months, guys. This has been fucking wild. Since we started, we've not had one yet. And so many of you guys have are brand new. A lot of you guys are brand new, and that's amazing. And lurkers, people who aren't engaging and commenting, I appreciate you guys. I'm a lurker at heart as well. All right, like I don't typically engage with the live streams, but just know, guys, that I appreciate you being here and listening to me scream about Dandadan. So thank you for being here. And some people have been here since the beginning, and many of those people have been supporting the channel. On the highest tier on Patreon for a while now, and that is wild to me. Incredible people, some of the most amazing people. They are why I'm really inspired to do what I do. So I just want to take a second to call out my top tier patrons and YouTube members. So that's Angle, that's Blissy Legrand-Gata, that's Danny, Fifth Gram, Hellies and Jellies, Kawhi Vampy, Zilvi, Mothersport, Mr. the Wolf, nice try, Blissy, you're too late. Ah, fine, I'll do it. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Orbis, fucking hate you, I hate you guys. Orbis, Sarah for reals, Serpo, El Clasico, your favorite scented candle, Zero, and the one, the only, Tim Kai. Tim the Teeth Kai, that is. So thank you guys. Yeah, be happy, be pleased with yourself. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very deeply. So thank you. But on that note, we're going to move on to the next stage of this. Oh, Tim, thank you again. My God, dude. What the hell? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jeez. Yeah, we're doing a zombie thing. It's like it's really cool. It's really cool. I'll grab it in just a second. But what I need to do first is I am going to find new Bill Cloudy. So guys, there's new background music. We are obviously going to be using like Lofi Lia and stuff as well. Generally speaking, just inherently we're going to be doing that. But it means that we're able to cycle it through. She's in the description. Barely Cloudy is in the description, guys. I have linked Less Than Lovers from her stuff, and yeah, it's amazing. I asked her if we are able to use her music for the content, and she graciously allowed us to do so. So everybody, if you enjoy any of this music, the lo-fi Dandadan stuff, in the description, Barely Cloudy, guys, go over there, drop a comment, leave a like, whatever, because like it goes a long way. It goes a long way, especially because she does not have enough views for the amount of work that has been put into this and how good the music has come out. So guys, head over there when you're done, ideally when we're done. All right, ideally when we're done. So then yes, right. So last week, guys, as you remember, we were working on a zombie apocalypse Dandadan themed roles kind of thing, built by Blissy in the community. Everybody, Blissy. Everybody say thank you to Blissy for building this excellent thing for us. And I'll show you it now. Oh, there we are. So, in fact, you know what, guys? Let's real quick just do a quick poll. There you go, guys. For my statistics. to chart the success rate of the channel. Yes, thank you, Blissy. Alright, Tuma, no worries, dude. Catch ya. But yeah, so here we are. Last week, the scout. We completed the scout, which was Taro. The scaredy cat, which is Rin. The optimist, Zuma, my boy Zuma. That was a big one, actually. Tech expert, Rukuro, and then the wild card, Gigi. I'm pretty happy with all of these. Currently. Don't know about you. Alright, Zilvi, have a good one. Catch ya. Oh, yes, and that's quite right, Jersey. I have a 5%. Yeah, the Zuma discussion was good. I really enjoy talking about Zuma just generally. So I'm pleased about that. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. So here we go. Let's roll the dice and see who it is that we're going to be judging next. And you know I do enjoy judging. 13. 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's 10. Okay. Muko, everybody. Lucky 13. What are we thinking, guys? Muko. One of the best girls. Ooh la la. Oh, yes, you're quite right. Thank you, Toaster. The strategist. I don't know. Does she... I don't know if I'd say that. It's kind of difficult to judge some of these. Because of the fact that they are really not that... You know what I mean? Like the characters aren't really that crazy, you know? Yeah, see, Miko strikes me more as the strategist. Momo is the genius. Yeah, I guess she is more of the strategist, to be fair, but like she always calls herself, you know? Oh, all right, yeah, am I in the way? There we go. That's a good question, Tiago. That's a good question. I guess 5% is only fair, right? Unless I decide that we need to change it. Unlikely badass. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's a good point. You remember that time where she got right in front of get that rookie guy away? No, please. Yeah, unlikely badass is kind of a good one. Remember that time where she stood up to Gigi and she was all like, I don't fucking think so. Ain't no way you're getting involved. Vehicle expert. Because she's a shipwright. That's quite good, actually. Nah, that is quite good, actually, because she's a shipwright. I kind of like that shit. That's not bad. Support. I suppose, though, the only difference is that we do have Chiquitita. A liability. I don't know. I feel like she... Vehicle is Kinta, though. That's true. Oh, I don't know. Liability is my. True. That speared Okarun into traffic needs to be the melee master. Yeah. I suppose she is also kind of a melee master because she runs and jumps on people, right? Like when she sees Momo after the Cursed House arc, she fucking does a spear straight through her. because everyone else is an expected badass. I suppose that's true, you know. Yeah, Mai is probably the traitor. Yeah, no, yeah, she is the traitor. You're right. That's a good point. Oh, I'm glad to see so many people are yay, and no one's angry. I'm sorry that somebody appears to be sad, by the way. Into traffic as well. Yeah, for real, Orbis, for real. Alright, so. Muko. Vehicle. Expert. Or unlikely badass. No, it's too late. You have... No, the poll said yay was the majority, so you all have to be yay. Unlikely badass. What was the other one? It was, liability. And I don't know. What else did anybody else say? What it could have been? Oh, melee master. Vote, my pretties, vote. And then I'll add 5% in which way I like. What was that noise? Someone just fell over. Voted to outlaw voting. I know, Tim. I know. The people, they want voting. I don't know why. I don't know why. You could be so much safer and so much more relaxed. Not Sky. It's not Sky. I don't know where Sky is. She's doing other stuff. She's doing other stuff. You know? You may have just mistaken this incredible cat here for Sky, but you would be incorrect. You would be incorrect in your assertion. Because this is actually... Come on, what are you doing? This is actually a piece of merchandise from safetyzonerookie.com. That's right, guys. We have merchandise on the channel, guys. safetyzonerookie.com. I don't know if it's linked in the description. As you can see, this piece is by Kells from the community, guys. This is by our very own Angle in the community. Everybody, yeah, by the community, for the community, guys. This is incredible stuff and very comfortable. Very comfortable. Honestly, I wear this shit outside and everything. It looks great. I got a compliment on it the other day by one of my friends that is a normie. That is a normie. Doesn't even know Dandadan, guys, because it looks fucking dope. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Bad luck, bitches. These are prototypes, guys. These are prototypes. So, the actual end result version is actually better than this one. It has a little golden ball logo here. And also this one's slightly edited as well for the final product. You can see it all on safetyzonerookie.com, guys. safetyzonerookie.com. Let me go ahead and just grab the link to that and pop that there in the chat, guys, and pin that. So if anybody's interested in some incredible stuff by incredible people, that's the place to go, guys. Honestly, incredibly talented artists. Incredibly talented artists, everybody. Genuinely. Yeah. Genuinely. And, you know, this is volume 1 and volume 2. I've got another volume of work coming soon. I've just not had the time to get around to getting it done. I'm kind of a one-man show over here. So, so I try my best to get it done as quickly as I can. It's a lot of work to get this stuff out there and ready for you guys. But, yeah, volume 1 and volume 2 are here currently on safetyzonerookie.com, everybody. No, I can't tell you what volume 3 is, but I'm excited to release it. And I've got ideas for volume 4 as well, everybody. Yeah, also Jersey got his hoodie. His hoodie, I'll just put my 5% on Unlikely Badass because then it makes me feel like I also won. He got his hoodie signed by Abby Trott and AJ Beckles, the voices for Okarun and for Momo, the English voices, and it looks great. Abby Trott has an incredible signature. All right, Lentils. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Also, thank you to all of the lurkers that have decided to participate in the content here. I appreciate that. I have a very soft spot for the lurkers in my community. So thank you guys for participating in whatever way it is that you feel like doing. It means a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you. It makes this thing a lot more fun to have more people involved. AJ just caught astray. No, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Here we go. What was that? 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Damn. Right, so I'm thinking he's the melee master. I feel like Manjiro is the melee guy. After all, he literally just uses his fists. I don't even know if it's worth voting on this. I feel like we can just do it. I feel like we can just do this and it would be correct. Right? Unless somebody has a different idea for it. I mean, it feels like this is just the one for him. Lone Wolf, maybe. Yeah, Lone Wolf, kind of, I guess. But I'm saving that for Bega. I'm saving that for Bega. He does all against the pack. Yeah, that's Bega. That's what I was saying. Yeah, Bega is definitely the lone wolf of the group. You know, scapegoat. Maybe a bit. Maybe a bit. I mean, scapegoat can apply to a lot of different people. I mean, even Vamola was kind of the scapegoat for a while, right? Because it was like, oh, she's the bad guy. She's the reason that we got betrayed, you know? Oh, Mantis, dude. Yeah, no, that's a good point, Mana. That's a good point. Koki as well. No, yeah. Oh. Which characters would be which tarot cards? That would be really cool, actually, Tim. Maybe we could do that after we've done this. That could be quite a fun idea, because we could learn a little bit about tarot as well as we do it. Mantis is the medic. That's a good point too. Right. So who wants to vote on this? Does anybody have? He drives the van. Put in an order and I'll make it. That's very kind of you, Blissy. Oh, I did see elements of tarot in Mount Olympus, but I did not actually get the time to check it out. I will be checking it out soon. I also see a meme related to Metal Gear Solid, which is something I'm keen to look at. In fact, actually, that reminds me. Look, Blissy also made this. That's crazy. Look, it's the merchandise, guys. It's the merchandise. You too can own. You too can own. Look, they have it. If they have it, it's good enough for you. If they've got it, it's good enough for you. God damn it. I actually don't know how to get rid of it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be using that. I might actually put that on the website. I might get in trouble for it actually, but you know. Yeah, wearing a Momo jumper is hilarious. That's true. He would do as well. You know he would. Yeah. I'm just gonna put him in the melee expert, the melee master, because he's also a master, isn't he? Like, you know, he's got that vibe to him. Yeah, they're sponsoring me directly. No, please don't shut us down, Mr. DMCA. Please. Okay, you know what? We'll vote on it. We'll just vote on it. We'll vote on it. Technical expert. Lone wolf. There you go. We'll vote on it. Yeah. Yeah, I need to catch up with the tarot arc, if I'm completely honest with you. I saw Panino's fucking response in the Discord. By the way, guys, I've not mentioned it yet, but any lurkers or anybody who's not there yet, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member, guys, to get access to my Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. I haven't done that yet. It's like, that's crazy. That's wild that I haven't done that today. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. And lots of other stuff as well. We have great discussions over there to do with Dandadan. We go over the chapters every single week, guys. Keep up with all the news related to it and other things. Genuinely, guys, it's the place to be. I'm telling you. I don't know why you're wasting your time anywhere else, to be honest. Has this actually been charging or not? Tell you what, this light, I got this for my shelf. It's the best spike in Discord on the internet. I got this from a shelf and it keeps going out of charge. I feel like this is not charging sufficiently from there. I need to put it in a better charge position. I don't know why I did that. You know that meme of that. You know what I mean? Is that a Star Trek box set? You fucking damn right it's a goddamn. All right, Monado, thank you for joining. An incredible gift. This was an incredible gift. TNG. This baby can fit so much Star Trek. Let me tell you, it's wet, it's hefty as well. This is Blu-ray. This is the Blu-ray as well. I'll tell you, this is fucking amazing. You know what's really good about that Blu-ray set? And I'm not going to talk about it for too long because I know that we're all here for Dandadan, right? But what's really good about that Blu-ray set is that it was inherently not profitable for the company. You can see everything. You can see everything. All the fucking shitty sets and stuff. All the little plastic things and how they move when people tap them, and you can see all the screw holes as well, and the little points on the floor where people would go to for their marks. Right, why'd you have to say that, Blissy? Why'd you have to say that, Blissy? I don't want to talk about it anymore. You've hurt my feelings. Yeah, there are a lot of home appliances, Tiberius. I'm glad that you love it. Yeah, the TNG box set. It's not cheap, but goddamn, it's good. Honestly, it's the only way to watch it now, for me. Right, well that's that. Melee expert it is. Melee master. I've got lots of neat stuff up there. I've got my clapperboard as well from YouTube. I've got a copy of Spy Kids 3D. I've got a Pokemon card. A copy of Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. Dandadan stuffs. Sorry, I'm just showing you around my room now. Right, let's go again. Yeah, Spy Kids 3D is the GOAT. Greatest movie ever made. Ask anyone. Here we go. Oh, what happened there? 11. Koki. He keeps the most important thing at the desk. Yes, you're quite right. A reminder of why I do it all. There we go. Perfect. This is very good, Toaster. Thank you. I also keep my Safeties on Rookie logo here as well. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you. This is really cool. Both of these are incredible. It's always sat there in front of my monitor. Always there in front of my monitor. Just in case I lose my memory. That's great. Right, guys, what are we thinking for this one? For Koki? 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100 right? So the scapegoat. Yeah. Scapegoat, I guess, kind of feels right, doesn't it? Yeah, no, this is for when I need to get past like website verifications. I just slap this there. Easy. Easy. I feel like she only really fits in scapegoat, which is a bit sad. Isn't it? She's not really a liability though. I guess she gets caught, doesn't she? But so does Rin. Yeah. Let Murakami into the camera. Yeah. That's true, I suppose, Toaster, but she was... I guess she was being blackmailed, so she was never really loyal. Right? I guess. But again, I don't know if I'd call it opportunism, though, necessarily. I feel like scapegoat is the only thing that really works. Right? Like, it feels like scapegoat is the only thing that works for her. She is a bit of a lone wolf, I suppose. That's true. But I feel like we're all saving that for Bega. Like, yeah. She is kind of a lone wolf, though, to be fair. Yeah, I feel like Chiquitita must be the liability of the group, surely. I don't know. Yeah. Mai is being lined up for traitor. Fine. You just got fined. That means it's not fine. By the way, Toaster, that means it's not fine. Toaster's in trouble. How many pianos are there in the apocalypse? That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's not relevant. That's irrelevant. That's not relevant. That's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. It's just not relevant. It's irrelevant. Paranoid, maybe. I guess she has reason to be paranoid, doesn't she? Right? Don't stop beef between you and Toaster. It's kind of what I do. It's kind of what I do in this community. It's a big part of my role. You know? It's a big part of it. Right, so I'm just going to pop up the poll. Koki, scapegoat, liability, traitor, para. Oh my god, she's so para. Oh my god, what the helly? By the way, guys, I want you all to refer to your newest edition of the Safety Zone Rookie approved lexical selection criteria, and you'll find that the new go-to phrase when you are taken aback or surprised by something is to say, what the helly? It's very important that you say that. You know, it's kind of a slightly more girly pop-coded version of what the hell or what the flip. Don't say flip or frick. That's far too... that's a lot. That's too much. So we say, what the helly? Like you go, what the helly? Easy. It's already started to work its way into other people's existence, so it's really important. It's really satisfying to say. Seriously, guys, say it a couple of times to yourself. What the helly? What the helly? Come on, say it just a couple of times. How many of you just said that out of curiosity? Please be honest. Be honest if you did say it. Be honest. Yeah, thank you, Jellies. What the hellies, Jellies? Right. Looks like Scapegoat is winning. Yeah, damn right, Brooke. You damn right you have. Big fan. Big fan of this. Seriously? What the helly? Not the helly belly. Oh no. Look at you. Look at you all. Come on, guys. Who said it? Be honest. Brooke was honest. Who else is saying it? Who else said it? You must have said it at least under your breath. Like, what the helly? Like to see how it sounds when you say it, because it feels really good to say. What is this heckin' mo? Hey, no heck word. No heck word. We're voting on Koki. What the hell, LeBron James? Ridiculous. Nah, you don't need to crawl in a hole. Unless it's a nice hole. Yeah, yeah. No swearing on stream, please. Oh my god. Oops, I said the frick word on my own stream. Oops. That's a good point, actually. She could have been our unlikely badass. She could have been our unlikely badass, actually. That's actually a good point. Do I do it? Right, well, where could I move... Where could I move Muko to? Yeah, whatever. We'll have a think about it. We'll have a little think. We'll have a sit down, a cup of tea, and a think. We'll sit down, have a cup of tea, and a little bit of a think. Alright? Simple as that. Easy as that. We'll just have a little sit down and a little cup of tea and a think. Ah! What the helly? Yeah, we'll see who goes where and does what soon. Pop the kettle on. Blow. Oh, fucking hell. Pop kettle on. And have a nice cup of tea. Nice cup of tea. That'll set you up right for a good day, that will. Let me tell you. Right, who's next? Who's bloody next? Where are you, you silly... There you are, son. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, oh, still got it. 3. Ida! There we go. Ida! What are we gonna do? What are we gonna... Well, this is an easy one. She could have been the scout. That's quite good. Well, she's the leader. I suppose there's not really anything else to say, is there? Mission accomplished, guys. I tell you what, guys. I bet that Ida would say, what the helly? Come on. There we go. In fact, now that's bothering me. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Who else is out of line? Yeah. Yeah. What are we doing? The traitor of... Oh, crazy. Crazy. I don't know why you would say that. That's crazy. Why did you get here at just the right moment? Yeah, I know. Yeah. That was easy, wasn't it? That was easy. Here we go. Come over here, you silly little guy. Yeah. 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Vermola, Vam Vam. Vam Vam, let's go. What about my girl? Where's my girl going? Vam Vam Voom. Come on, guys. Why do you not have it yet? Vehicle expert, perhaps. Perhaps. Yes, I'm fine. This is my armrest. I'm just trying to remain level-headed. Liability. She ain't no liability. She is a bit. She is a bit sometimes. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm here all week. I think next week, by the way, after I've done this video that I'm working on, next week, I'm thinking that's when we'll do the pumpkin carving. As you can see, it's still there. It's still there. Next week is when we'll do the pumpkin carving. So get ready for that. I feel like, yeah, Mana, you're right. You're right, Mana. Chat. We, Turbo Granny has to be the mascot for sure. Yeah, I think liability, it looks like it might be the only thing. Right? It does feel like that might be the only thing. We don't talk about the frog fight. The what? I don't remember that. Whatever it is, it sounds needless. Superfluous, if anything. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, right? If we were to count, it depends, alright? Alright, Manny, thanks for joining. It depends. Is the kaiju suit a weapon or a vehicle? I think it's a weapon. However, I would also argue that the Great Kinta is a vehicle. So, because one of them's like a suit. One of them's a suit that you wear, and one of them is a big construct that you drive. She doesn't drive her suit or pilot it. She uses it, right? I see it as a weapon as well. So I would probably conceivably, because the Great Kinta can have multiple pilots, right? Like a ship. Whereas the suit is designed primarily for destruction, right? Like it was designed as a weapon, to be used as a weapon to do damage. Whereas the Great Kinta can be many things, including a house with legs. Therefore, vehicle. Its purpose is vehicular rather than just used for, you know, the deployment of weaponry for doing damage. You know? The weapons expert, I think, would be Vamola. And the vehicle expert, I would say, would be Kinta. And the liability is Chiquitita. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think he really knew how to fly that thing. Really. From what I recall from that chapter, he's all like, am I doing a good job piloting this spaceship, Dad? Doesn't sound like an expert to me. Sounds like a fucking amateur. Sounds like a fucking amateur, if you ask me. Nah, he's a fucking amateur. I could have done that. I could have done that, Toaster. Easy. Any day, mate. I could have done it easy. This fucking... Exactly, he's a literal child. He's not expert in anything. He's not an expert in anything. Hell no. I could figure it out. I could figure it out. If that fucking child could figure it out, I'd have it like that. Easy. He's an amateur. What is this, amateur hour? I don't care. I'm doing what I want. I hear what you're saying, Orbis. I hear what you're saying, Orbis, but also it's not just the Great Kinta is not just a weapon. It can also just be a vehicle. It was a chicken with it had chicken legs. It was a house with chicken legs, like Baba Yaga's house, like the house of Baba Yaga. All right, so I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, it was also the Akira bike. Exactly. Exactly. I'm right. I'm right about everything all the time, ever. Forever, ever, and ever. So I think she's the weapons expert. And I'm going to let you guys have a little vote. Let you guys have a little vote on Vam Vam. But I feel like she's done kind of decent stuff. I guess that was all of them, wasn't it? I feel like that kid is more of a liability than she is. I feel like weapons expert, that's where we're going. That's where we're going, and I'm going to take you there, guys. Kinta would then be the vehicle expert. Who would be the weapons expert? Who down here has a comprehension of weapons greater than she does of the suit? I guess my boy Bega uses a fucking gun. He uses a fucking gun. He's our employee of the week. No way, that's crazy. Not voting on Kid to be a homebody. That's a good point as well, Orbis. But my point isn't that that Kinta is flexible in being whatever it is that the vehicle wants him to be, but he is able to use the vehicle in a flexible manner with expertise. He did turn into like a washing machine or something, or a dryer. An aircon? Was it an aircon? It was an aircon, wasn't it? I think it was an aircon. Look at you all. No, look at you all clamoring to make Vamola the liability. How dare you? How dare you? I'll have you know that in a zombie apocalypse, right? In a zombie apocalypse, Vamola's suit would be able to plug many a gap, and it is bite-proof. We have seen that it is bite-proof. Okay? So, is Chiquitita bite-proof? No. Maybe the humans were the monsters all along. Think about that. I feel like we've seen too much. It's bite-proof. Have I tested that? We've tested it because she got bit by the sharks. Remember, it was bite-proof. You know. Oh, it looks like I'm a few seconds away from being the winner. So, winner, chicken dinner. Am I right, guys? Oh dear, guys, I enjoy our time together. Look, I oh, right, that's not going over well. That chicken dinner's not going down well, is it? Oh my lord. Come on, guys. It's Jova. Sorry, guys. Add that 5% for extra measure. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like weapons expert. Oh no. Oh no. He was right. He won. Oof. No. There we go. Perfect. See? It's perfect, guys. It's perfect. So, did we do 5? Yeah, we did. Alright, we'll do one more. Yeah, we'll do one more. This is the last one, though. This is the last one. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Not 20. I thought I got 1. It was a 20. I thought it was a 1. Oof. A 20 to a 1 is crazy. Alright. Momo is a genius. Oh, yes, she is. That's true. She is a genius. She is the genius. Nah, see, I would argue that Miko is the strategist because she was able to put together that plan. She was able to put together that plan and put the pieces together regarding incorrectly, actually, may I add. Now that I think about it, she was incorrect in it. Right, I see that we're going. We are undecided. I mean, who else have we got down here? Momo. I mean, it feels like we've called her the genius so many times now that it feels like it's like if we put Ida somewhere but the leader, right? I feel like we'd be a mockery. I feel like we'd be incorrect. Oh yeah, Super Saiyan Sonic. Yeah, the chapter was I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great. But obviously there's a whole backlog of like 2 hours 2 hours of me talking about that, so you are more than welcome to check that out if you're interested. Okay, right, so it looks like we're purely split here between genius and strategist. Momo, I say. Good, you're biased, that's true. Alright, on Discord. I'll check my DMs. Sonic. Biased. I'm not biased. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to agree with Orbis. Honestly. I do think that she's more of a tactician than she is a strategist. Now, a strategist presumably would be more like Seiko. Yeah, I think I agree with Orbis as well. This is going to be quite difficult. This is going to be difficult from here on out. Like, the paranoid is going to be really hard to pin down. Oh my god, just a para. What the helly? Alright, we'll give it until 3 minutes. We'll give it until 3 minutes. I know, we've got to wait for a whole another chapter, by the way. That's crazy. Like I said earlier, everybody, I've got a video script almost, well, pretty much done in its initial draft, but I've thought about things to add to it in this thing. So it's going to be a little bit more work before it's ready to go. I imagine it will be like a 20-minute ordeal. So be ready for that. So yeah, like I'm hoping 20-minute video, but it needs to be obviously a point where I'm really ready to release it. And yeah, I'm excited to release it, to get it made, to actually do it. But I'm hoping to get that done for this week. Otherwise it will be next week, but there are other things I want to do because we're obviously in October. We are looking to get some kind of, like, you know, some spooky stuff done. Obviously, everybody, on Fridays, we don't do the Thursday streams anymore, at least right now, until I see a reason to do it again. On a Friday, I'm always live on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch on a Friday evening here, UK, same time as this, more or less. Just half an hour north of it. But yeah, playing some games and stuff. It's really fun. I've enjoyed the last few of them. I'm finally a Twitch affiliate now, so I can actually, you know, work on getting emojis and stuff set up over there. We can use animated emojis. It's a really nice interface. The quality of the camera is ever so slightly better as well. So it's really fun over there, guys. You should check it out if that is your bag, if you're interested in games at all. Besides that, next week I'm also looking to get this pumpkin carving thing on its way to being done. On the way, am I right? To being done. Come on, man. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. You'd love to see it. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Anybody want to take a screenshot? Now's your time. Now's the time if you want to take a screenshot, guys. Get a screen grab. Oh wait, I'm in the way. There you go. You can take the screen grab now. I'm out of the way. Yeah. Yeah, no, alright. But, right, guys, that was really fun there. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. It's good fun. That was a good chapter. But obviously, like I said, we've got a million different things that we're working on. A million different things that I'm working on, looking to get videos done. I'm obviously working on the next Retold. All of that good stuff. It just... You could have just screenshotted it for us. I'm not doing that. I you know what I mean? I'm not doing that. That's for you guys. For you guys. Beyond that, guys, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next week's chapter, next week's stream. This has been a big one, an exhausting one. I'm very tired after all of this. Yeah, well, the Space Globalist stuff will come, don't worry. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll see. The optimism flowing out of me and all of that, and the on the fly stuff that we do here on the stream each week is always very enjoyable for me. It also reminds me what it is I love about Dandadan, but god damn it, it's exhausting. Especially when it's a bit mixed with some people. It can be difficult to kind of like reel it back, you know, but hey, it is what it is. That's the job. Anyway, guys, I am gonna go now. Please check out Barely Cloudy, like I said in the description, guys. Sharknado retold. Yeah. In the description. And beyond that, guys, I will catch you guys later in the week. Failing that, next week.